And I have become the baker of bread, the sultan of sourdough.
Hello, how's it going? And welcome to the live stream. My name is Chris, and today we're continuing the the sadistic, or not sadistic, the masochistic march of streaming every day in May, as it's become known. I'm going to be streaming every day this month, leading up to my streamiversary. I said this last time. I fucking hate the term streamiversary. It's so cringy. It reminds me of when you were in middle school and people were celebrating your hey Estelle. It reminds when people in middle school would celebrate their weekiversary and stuff like that, and it's like you literally don't know what the word anniversary means. Like it literally means celebration of a year. So you can't say a weekiversary anyway. So anyway, I'm not going to be on for super long today. So efficiency is the name of the game for today. So last time we were working on scene 17 and doing the Daria animation. And I'm going to pick that up today because we didn't get it quite done. Before I put on my music and get to work, let's see where we were. This is probably the most efficient intro I've ever done.
Our collection is quite extensive, not to brag. Let's see.
This is all old stuff.
Oh, here she is.
I did that last time. The Sierra ass eyeball.
I'm gonna be sick. All over my only dress.
Did she put herself in the wood?
Yeah, I need to tighten up this edit.
This is all we found of her. Now you see what I mean?
Don't tell me.
It's so stupid.
She's dead? No, she's sleeping.
Sorta. It says here she cast a spell before she died. Once her body is reunited,
I think this is the end of what I
she will
did
resurrect
yesterday.
to eat one meal, answer one question, and grant one wish. Yeah. But hey, at least you found the
Okay,
first
yeah.
piece.
And then I haven't done any of this yet.
Inconceivable. You're shitting me. After all that.
So you're telling me we have to reunite all her pieces now?
Okay. So that's where we're at. Daria's stuff is almost done. We're getting there. Let's see where we left off. And if at all possible, I would love to get to some of the other characters. I would really love to finish this scene today, if at all possible. I don't think it's possible. It's kind of tight. But with any luck, I can make some good enough progress to where next time, and by next time, I mean tomorrow, I can quickly bang this out and then move on to scene number 10. So without further ado, let's get into it. So one thing I've also been experimenting with and I've been thinking about is I've been so gung-ho about doing royalty-free music for all my background music. And in fact, if you want to know what the playlist is, you can type in ! I think it's ! Playlist? Is that how you do it? Do I have a command for that? No? Or maybe it's ! Music? There we go. Yeah, that's the playlist that I play in the background while I'm doing these streams. One thing I do want to experiment with is expanding that out a little bit. Not just using, hey, Obsidian. How's it going? Not just using royalty-free music, but also taking advantage of playlists that are already on YouTube. And hopefully I don't get spanked for those. So I'm not going to do any like top 20 like popular music or anything like that. But if there's a playlist that is just like independent artists, maybe I can play that. So I'm gonna try that. I'm pretty sure I'll get an email if it spanks me. Hold on. Oh, I got an invite to a game developer meetup. Nice. But here's one I was thinking about playing. I'm feeling kind of like some weeb. Pretty good. I overslept a bit. That's the best mistake to possibly make. But good to hear. I'm in the mood for some weeb playlist shit, so let's see what happens. Hopefully, if the stream goes down because of YouTube or because of copyright stuff, it'll notify me. So let's give it a try. I'm feeling risky. Ooh, that's loud. That's good though. I think you're giving your characters too much trauma. What do you mean? Too much trauma? I think is that not a good thing? But yeah, also, wait, is this live? Why is there a chat? Well, whatever. If anybody wants to hear some other music that is either royalty-free or... God, that's loud. That is either royalty-free or independent, then I can throw that up in the chat and I could possibly pull that up. Did you watch the 10-cent beer night? No, I was just looking at that a minute ago and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to look at that. But now I was like, this is a 10-minute video. No, this is a 20-minute video. I don't have time to watch this before the... Tell you what, just for you, Obsidian, I'm going to take a risk. How do I want to do this? What I'd like to do... Can I set this window to always on top? Because that would be very convenient. But I want to like have this playing in a tiny window while I'm doing this. Something like that. And can I set this to always on top? Let's go movie stream. How would I do this? I know there's a way to do like picture in picture. Mini player? Well, no, that's just going to be... Wait, can I... I can't put it outside of the... Okay, fine. Settings. Yeah, we could just literally play this in the background while I'm working. How to put Opera always on top. I think it might be a Windows function, actually. Reading this tiny window. Use third-party tools like... Oh, God. Power Toys. Well, after they have been through, I think it wasn't always pleasant, though. Saying it's not in a bad way is funny. Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to torture these poor kids. I'm going to make their lives as miserable as possible for the comedy. Do I have Power Toys? I'm scared to look that up. Look up Power Toys. Save search off. Nope, I don't have it. Well, oh, I've got an idea. I'm knocking shit over on my desk. Here we go. Close that.
What should we call it? Hold on. I think I've got it.
This is going to be hard.
It's perfect. And with that, The planning
This is
of 10 Cent
ridiculous.
Beer Night goes underway.
Let's get more shit on the
But
screen.
before we move on, Raid, Shadow Legends. Do you have a mobile phone?
Oh my god.
Then why aren't you already playing? Enjoy
I'm not
Slaughter.
gonna sit through an ad, sorry.
2 epic skill tone. June the 4th, 1974, Cleveland Baseball Stadium. After weeks of comprehensive planning,
I don't
10
know
Cent
where
Beer
I
Night
heard
was
this
ready to
quote,
go.
but I'll
The
restate it
Cleveland
here.
Indians and
Laughter
the
is
Texas
used to
Rangers
hide the
are in
greatest
town
of sorrows.
and getting set to play
True.
each other later that evening. The beer trucks are coming in and loading up. So far, things are looking grand. There are also record numbers of people coming in. The average turnout for games last season had been a few thousand, but tonight, over 25,000 people had rocked up. That was over twice the amount they were expecting. Wow.
Whoops.
The plan was working perfectly. But there is a little other thing brewing. See, the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians actually have a little bit of history. Just a week earlier, both teams had played each other down in Texas, and things got heated. The game had mostly been going smoothly. That was until both teams' benches emptied out for
I can't wait to get in trouble for re-uploading a video, basically.
To get involved, and Indians players are
Turn it down a
barraged
little
by
bit.
food and beer from
Whoops.
Rangers fans on their way back to their benches.
I should know that.
Cleveland's pitcher has to actually be physically restrained from climbing into the stands and fighting the fans.
Holy shit.
Also, at this point, Texas is being managed by a guy called Billy Martin. About Billy Martin, he drinks. A lot. Openly boasts about cheating to the teams he's playing against. And throughout his career was hired and fired from the New York Yankees about 5 separate times. One of those times for punching a marshmallow salesman in the face. He also fought his own best player in the benches during a game, and even broke his pitcher's rib after having about 4 fights with him in a hotel.
Wait, I'm
This was one night after almost having a fight.
I'm,
with
sure,
a
I'm pretty sure
groom
it's fine if
celebrating
you just
his
put
wedding
the
night.
credit in the video
was
or
fair to
description.
say,
Well, I
the
got
man
I
was
got
no
the
stranger
name
to
of the
a fight.
video. Whoops.
And this guy
Hello.
was the manager
The
of
name of the video
Texas
up here,
Rangers
right here.
for 10 Cent Beer Night. It also turns out that he'd been having a jab at the Indians to the press, telling a reporter there wouldn't be enough fans at Cleveland Stadium to worry about. Cleveland's sports radio host spends the entire week amping up Cleveland's fans about it. Then there was the weekly paper's cartoon of the Indians' mascot, Chief Wahoo, who's holding up boxing gloves, saying,
I
"Be
need that
ready for
shrug
anything
animation.
about their next game." And tonight was the night Cleveland and Texas would finally play again. The only difference? 10 times the fans and 10 cents a beer. All that combined with a local economy of laid-off factory workers, and 10 Cent Beer Night's atmosphere was a bit uneasy.
Yeah,
But
if
nonetheless,
being laid
the game
off,
begins
I don't even like baseball, and I would
players
still go
start
for 10
fighting.
cent beers. Kidding me?
The Rangers take the lead early on after their Tom Greaves scores a home run in the second inning. An inning basically being a round of play. Now, unsurprisingly, the crowd at this point is already absolutely hammered, and things are beginning to degenerate fast. After the home run, a middle-aged woman decides to run onto the field. Okay, not too crazy. Wait, hold on. Is she flashing the crowd? My god. She also runs up to the head umpire and tries to kiss him.
Good
He
lord.
says he's not in the kissing mood. She's eventually removed, and the game continues. In the 4th inning,
Now, this is my type of
Texas's Tom
baseball.
Greaves hits his second home run of the game, and fans celebrate. It's at this moment that a man sprints into the field and slides into second base. He's also naked. By the way, the ground around a
Let's
base is
go.
made of an almost gravel-like material, so this probably hurts. A lot. Security tries to
I love
catch
how
him,
him being
but
English,
slips
he
away
feels like
into
he
the
needs to
crowd,
explain how
never to
baseball
be
works.
seen again. Inning 5. A man and his son run onto the field and moon the crowd. It's also around this point that a Cleveland batter hits a line drive straight into the Texas pitcher's stomach, sending him to the ground. Cleveland fans in the upper stadium begin
oh, here we
chanting, "Hit him again, hit him harder." The organisers
Oh,
are
that's not-
sat
that shouldn't be
down,
there.
watching this unfold live. This is going swimmingly. However, it's at this point that someone bursts into the room. Gentlemen, a problem. The increasingly incredibly volatile and agitated crowd. No. We can't serve these beers fast enough. See, early
Shocking.
on, the demand for beer was so great that Cleveland staff couldn't actually haul the beers out of the trucks quick enough, resulting in very large, very angry queues. Hold on.
How did
What
they
if
even
we
get
line the
enough
trucks
beer
behind the outfield fence
for, what was
and
it,
sell the beers
20,000
straight from
people?
the back of the trucks? Genius. And beer trucks rock up to the fences and start pouring.
Jesus
Now
Christ.
back to the game. And the atmosphere is currently changing. See, it's 1974,
Why can't
and
they
for
move?
some reason, in 1974, it's fairly common practice to bring firecrackers to games. And 10 Cent Beer Night was no exception. A ton of fans have bought them, and by God were they
Holy
using
sh-
them. And hundreds are set off in and around
This
the
sounds like
stadium,
absolute
which
chaos.
results in a ton of smoke. That, coupled with people in the crowd banging literal war drums, gives the game an atmosphere more akin to a battlefield than a baseball game. But alas, the game goes on.
Was that
Back on the field,
was that Battlefield
Texas's Mike Hargrove
5 or whatever?
is being pelted with hot dogs and spit. He's also almost hit with a gallon jug of wine. Firecrackers are now also being thrown into Texas's warm-up area,
Jesus
and the team
Christ.
members inside have to be evacuated immediately. Regardless of all of this,
Oh my God.
Texas is doing well, and currently 5-1 up.
Why,
Now at this point, monumental amounts of beer and debris are being thrown
why
onto
can I
the
not
field.
move both of these?
Announcers ask fans to try and keep the field clean, and a tidal wave of beers are thrown in immediately after. An army of stewards are instantly deployed to clean it up. Meanwhile,
Stewards?
in the outfield, fans have now actually thrown the tables separating them and the beers away, and are currently in the process of pillaging them. The bar staff also only consists of 2 teenage girls per truck, and unsurprisingly,
No, that was Battlefield 1 if
they're
I'm
now
not mistaken.
deciding it's probably
Oh yeah, I don't
time
know.
to leave.
I'm not
10
huge on
Cent Beer
Battlefield.
Night just got a 10-cent discount. The hordes rampage the trucks.
Wait, what?
But back on the field,
So they're now giving
and
away
the
beer for
onslaught
free.
Continues. Texas players are being battered with beers, empty cups, rocks.
Why can I not
bottles,
move? I'm just gonna move
batteries
per
for some reason, and more
one
hot
layer at a
dogs.
time. I really don't
One
want to do
player
it this
reckons
way.
he's hit with around 20 pounds of hot dogs. That's about the weight of a bike or a sledgehammer.
No.
Organisers are sat nervously, still watching this all unfold. Fans on third base are now actively deconstructing the padding of the stadium wall. They actually almost get it off and up into the seats. However, the army of stewards abandon their trash job and stop them, spending the remainder of the game making sure the wall is kept intact. The crowds were now also bolder. Tons of them run onto the field, throw their clothes off, and start running around. Packs of fans are scurrying across the outfield more and more frequently.
Shit, I lost count.
Streakers are everywhere.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
The
6,
seventh
7,
inning of
8,
the game commences,
12,
and most families and those that had remained sober had looked around
Ah, I miscounted.
and decided it was probably time to leave, leaving only a mass of belligerent drunks left. The ninth inning, the game's final one, and Cleveland Indians had actually managed to rally back, tying the game 5-5. Indians player Rusty Torres hits the ball and starts running. He gets to second base. The game-winning run is now in his reach. However, this is when things at 10 Cent Beer Night hits critical mass.
The sounds I'm creating are really adding to the atmosphere.
It's near the end of the final inning, and Rusty Torres is staring down the barrel of a potential win for the
Yeah,
Cleveland
let's do that.
Indians. However, a 19-year-old in the crowd has a very different idea. He decides to make a run on field and grab Texas outfielder Jeff Burrows' cap. Burrows confronts the fan, but trips and falls.
I can't believe this is still going.
Now, from the Texas bench's perspective in the dugout, it looked like the fan had attacked Burrows. Billy Martin is livid. He's quoted as saying, "Boys, let's go get him," before grabbing a bat and literally charging the field.
Oh my
All of his
God.
players behind him also wielding bats. On the field, they find Burrows unharmed, but their charge had started something ungodly. Now gone from the field were the goofy streakers and silly pitch invaders, and something morbid was replacing them.
Let's just do that.
An army of fans had crafted knives, chains, clubs,
Holy
and
shit.
other weapons from the stadium's seats, fences, and other general infrastructure, and were now storming the field with them.
It's a literal
was,
skirmish.
The battle royale had begun. Where we dropping, boys? Hordes of fans descend upon the field at breakneck speed and began looting. Beers? Delicious. Bases? Take 'em. Stadium debris? Nice. While a large number of armed fans storm the field, others stay back and continue air support by hurling bottles from the
Air
stands.
support.
And before long, there were 200 plus fans on field wielding Mad Max style DIY weaponry, surrounding the 25 Rangers, with more fans dropping in constantly.
Mad Max is a
The
very interesting
organisers are now
comparison he
sweating
draws.
heavily. If we
It
don't
really
do
is just
something
like the
here,
crumble
boys,
society.
things might start to get out of hand. We'll get security on it. Wait, hold on. We only hired 50 of them. Dear God. The stadium's organist steps in. It's alright, lads. I've got this. And he starts playing Take Me Out to the ball game. Back on the field, and Cleveland's manager
that'll work.
now realizes that the Texas Rangers are in serious trouble. He and his own men also grab their bats and go in, literally attacking their own fans in the process. Rioters
clip.
begin throwing steel chairs at players, and Cleveland pitcher Tom Hilgendorf is hit in the head. The umpire
Isn't
is
it
also
distracting
hit on the
having
head.
two split
He
screens,
ends the
or are
game
you
by
good at
forfeiting
multitasking?
against Texas and runs away.
Both,
It
or
was
neither.
clear. The situation is becoming
I'm a little distracted, but it's also not
so
much longer.
managers try to get their teams back to the benches and out of the stadium. However, on his way back to the benches, Texas's Mike Hargrove gets into a fist fight with a fan. By the way, the game's announcers are calling all of this out in real time. Hilgendorf has been hit on the head. He is in definite pain. Hargrove has got some kid on the ground and he is really administering a beating. Hargrove eventually
Real
gets the fan
transcript.
down, but is almost
Yamcha, let's
immediately
go.
hit by another one. However, the sight of the players swinging bats at the rioters starts to lower the rioters' morale, and they back off a bit. Seeing this, benched players form a rearguard, and players take advantage of what might be their only opportunity to get out.
I think I've got an
Both
idea.
teams beeline to the benches and through the tunnels. They'd made in, leaving a violent mob of
Yeah, it's
baseball
way too
fans
fast.
alone on the field. In the midst of all of this carnage, a local sports writer is out on the field, attempting to interview people. He approaches multiple fans, but eventually gives up after getting punched in the face twice.
Trying to
Alright, boys,
interview during
take
a
me out to
riot
the
is
ball
some
game
pretty
clearly
big
isn't
dick
working.
energy.
We have essentially no security here. There's only one option left. And the riot is eventually quelled by Cleveland's own SWAT team.
I was gonna say they probably called the National Guard. That's what usually happens during riots like that.
But hey! At least
Yeah, that doesn't look too bad.
And so, after thousands of dollars of damage, casualties left, right and centre, and a literal battle royale
Like
breaking
actual
out
casualties.
mid-game,
Like, did people die?
10 Cent Beer Night had come to an end. Of the hundreds of rioters in the field, only 9 arrests were made. Throughout the night, 60,000 beers consumed, 19 streakers, an unquantifiable amount of damage to the stadium, and by the end of it, every single base stolen. They were never returned.
Why
It
would you
be
return
nothing
it?
short of an absolute travesty.
That's amazing. It's just, what's most interesting about it is
There would be another 10 Cent Beer Night held a month later.
that ending is awesome. That's so good. Holy shit. Shout out to Big Boss. That was a great video. God, Cleveland is... Again, sorry I went on that distracting tangent, but that was well worth the distraction. Oh my god, that's so amazing. It's just one of those things where it's like, what else did you think was gonna happen? Oh my lord. The fact that they did it again is so cracked. All right, let me put my stuff back together. Back to my anime playlist. How's the volume? I wonder what those 9 had to do to arrest in this mayhem. You know what? I'm willing to bet they were the only ones who were just sitting politely, so they made themselves easy targets to get arrested. Yeah, I wasn't really getting so much distracted. It was more like, as I play through this, it makes a bunch of noise and it's kind of hard to hear the other videos, so it's more for your guys' sake than mine. But I'm pretty used to having stuff going off in the background and while I'm working.
But hey!
That actually looks pretty good. Considering I did that while I was quote-unquote distracted, that actually doesn't look too bad.
But hey! At least you found...
All right, let me reposition her. She's going to need a different pose for sure. Maybe I'll just bend her over at the waist. That'd be kind of funny. What I wanted to do... Yeah, this'll work. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to show that video about work. You're going to show... Oh, you're going to show that video that we just looked at. 2 people at work is what you mean. Well, YouTube hasn't told me that they took my stream down. At least not yet. Oh, and Obsidian's still here, so it's probably I'm probably good after streaming somebody's entire video. No, but seriously, I don't want to co-op somebody else's content. I don't think that's cool. So please go support. I think his name was Big Boss. Go support him because that's some pretty good stuff. And he's got 800K subscribers. Let's get those rookie numbers up. Also, maybe subscribe to me if you're feeling spicy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repurpose it. Let's see how this looks.
But hey! At least you found the...
Okay. And then this part should be pretty easy. So I need to save. How's the volume for everybody? What I really need is I need a mod to tell me, like, yo, I can't hear the music. So I can fix it. Oh my god, there's so much stuff I need to fix. Hang on. I was so tired by the end of yesterday that I just left like a sloppy mess. Thanks to that comedy I went into, a small rabbit hole for the other sport riots. They're all hilarious. Well, yeah. So I'm not a sports person, so the idea of literally, okay, regardless of whether we win or lose a sports game, we're gonna destroy downtown. Like, that is just so fascinating to me. Another thing that's really fascinating is the idea of the tribalism that kind of emerges out of, like, local sports teams. Like, I got into an argument with a guy at work. This is maybe, like, Jesus, like, over 10 years ago. He's a big sports fan. I'm not. So I was just like, why wouldn't you just, like, follow the team that has the best record? Like, that just makes the most logical sense. And he was like, no, it's all these bandwagoners who haven't been through the tough times as a sports team. And I'm like, dude, if your sports team sucks, fuck them. Who cares? Like, stop tying your personality to the sports team just because you're from the same area. That actually doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. But anyway, I digress. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bandwagoner, but I just don't understand why you would continue to root for a team that's sucked for literal decades. Like, maybe I'm an asshole. I don't know, but you know, it also kind of boils down to there's a similar mentality of people who follow video game companies and, like, worship everything that they do. And it's like, dude, it's a corporation. And even when, like, they release a bad game and you still buy the game and you still support them, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why do you have such allegiance to this company? I just don't understand. It makes no sense. I support a great game developer as long as they make great games, and then the second they stop, fuck them. I don't need... There's so many good games out there. Why would I waste my energy and time on bad ones? Yep, I understand the reasoning, but I think the same thing can be turned around on gamers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, exactly. I think it's insane. Like, for example, Nintendo has the best game designers in the world. Like, basically the absolute best. And they've made great games for decades. The way they run their business is absolute dog shit. It's horrible. They run their business like a bunch of tyrants, and I hate the way they run their business. The instant Nintendo stops making good games, I'm done with them. I don't need crap in my life. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, who cares about the branding? Who cares what they're from? I care about a good product and good quality first. With such a limited lifespan that I have, I'm not gonna waste my time on garbage. Like, it just actually doesn't make any sense to me. But again, maybe I'm just a bandwagoner. I'm so hot. I'm so unnecessarily, like, spicy over this. This is literally like 10 years ago. I've been stewing on this because I understand where the dude was coming from, but it's fucking stupid. It's actually illogical and dumb. Sorry. Okay, I need to make Daria bend over. And please, I'll say this right now. If my content becomes crap, don't watch me. I don't deserve it. Like, well, I guess maybe I already suck. Who knows? But I'm saying I'm not immune to this either. If I start making like trash, then I don't deserve people's time. You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's one of my favorite memes now is just going on like a rant and then just ending it with anyway, thanks for coming to my TEDx. How do I want to make her bend over? Ooh, okay. I think I got an idea. I'm gonna flatten the little. This has been quite the stream already. This is so weird. I'll start her in this position. Link. Yes. Boom. Take a couple steps forward, please. I don't know. Yves Cantor? Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. I am doing pretty well. How are you? Sorry, you missed a pretty irate rant from me, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How's it going? Also, I'm thankful that I did research Roma and Byzantium years ago because a similar thing happened with the blue and green chariot racing teams in Byzantium. Yeah, again, it's not something that's specific to our era. This is just human nature. Doing fine. Good to hear. Welcome in. Welcome to my unhinged little corner of the internet. What are you drawing? I am working on my animation series called Homesick Adventures. It is a parody of JRPGs, anime, and cartoons. Right now, I'm animating the last scene in episode 5. I could tell you, if you'd like, I could tell you the story of the series and whatnot, or you can just type in !homesick and it'll give you the breakdown synopsis of the story. Sounds interesting. Yeah, I like to think so. Okay, sure. So the story is this guy who's on the floor and unconscious. He, on his 18th birthday, he has grand ambitions of being a great adventurer. And in the process, it's cooler to lit. He has grand ambitions of being a great adventurer. And on his 18th birthday, he actually gets kicked out of his house by his parents. So he's slowly trying to figure out what he's going to do. He tries to stay with his friends, and then the next thing he knows, he finds himself homeless in the woods. In the woods, he stumbles across a mystical tome. I'm trying to find a visual aid. Oh, it's a little crappy looking, but just ignore the temp art. This magical tome, it turns out it's speaking. It gives him power and control over time and space. The whole thing is just a giant parody of anime tropes, of shonen anime, of the idea of this this literal like teenager who has the ultimate weapon and the ultimate power to destroy the world or save the world or whatever, and all this responsibility falls to his hands, and he is absolutely the least possible qualified person for this. But as it turns out, this book is related to it's the fragment of a demon djinn that's over 1,000 years old. The djinn broke into his body, his spirit, and his mind. The book is his mind. The spirit is our villain character of the series and is trying to reunite with the tome. So his primary goal is to keep the tome away from the spirit. That's the in-universe lore. But again, this whole thing is a meta narrative on tropes in anime and of just the idea of just like, oh, all the power of the universe is given to this incompetent teenager. But he meets other characters that are all other tropes, and it's all, again, presented in a JRPG art style. I already wanted to say it sounds generic. Exactly. It's generic on purpose. That's the point. So, thank you? Sounds cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like the show, if this was literally just what it was supposed to be and taking itself seriously, it's super generic. But yeah, that's absolutely the joke. Honestly, Homesick Adventures does not have any legs if it wasn't a parody. I think I know how I want to do this. I can also share details about how this show came to be, so not lore-wise, but why I made it, if you're interested. But like one-off anime series for 12 episodes. I have plans that can go much further, but I've already been working on this series for so long. I would love to do 20, 30, 100 episodes of this, but it takes me about a year to do every episode. So unless I live to be 135, I don't think I'll be able to get to episode 100. Either that or I speed things up. But yeah, realistically, unless something changes in my life or in the production, or this gets like a ton more fans, what am I doing? I'm most likely not going to go quite that far. But I would love for this to be like a One Piece style epic that goes on for decades. That's why I like parodies. It's funny, and it points out the problems with either the source material or the fan base, but that's always a slight chance of parody becoming its own thing. Holy year. Yep. Yeah. Ambitious is absolutely my middle name. Yeah, and Obsidian, that kind of, therein lies the problem. Is one thing I definitely didn't want to do was make something that is poking fun at another genre or like pointing out its flaws, but then also doing the same thing that they do. Like if I'm gonna draw attention to these issues, I'm gonna try to at least do my best to fix them. Let me stop this so I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, these live streams are just watching me struggle to make this stuff happen, and my viewers make fun of me. That's been the theme so far, I believe. Now let's just do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Nope. Waiting for a live action series. You know, I thought about that. I actually had an idea of doing some episodes of this in live action just to mix up the art style. I played with a lot of ideas of mixing up the art styles, but the problem I run into is just making sure that the characters are recognizable. Oh, thank you for the follow. Making sure that the characters are recognizable across different art styles. That's the big challenge. All right, that looks awful. This looks stupid. What am I doing, man? Ah, the noise. How do I do this? I would love to get into doing some film work. Like my friend of mine who's moving back into town, we've been talking about for years making like independent movies. We just don't have the time or the budget or the equipment, so it becomes a lot of like, oh, do we want to do this? Should we do this? What do we want to do with it? And we just never go anywhere with it. But yeah, I would love to do live action stuff. Honestly, it'd probably go a lot faster. The protagonist, an idiot, made filler episode of Beach Smith. I'm not sure what that means. Like that in real life. Sorry, I'm not sure what you're asking. I don't have time. I need to move on. I'm very tempted to have her sweater pulled up slightly when she bends over. Something like this. We'll see if that looks inappropriate or bad or whatever. Like Beach episode in anime, just be fan service. Oh, yeah. Actually, funnily enough, myself and one of the other writers proposed that we do a Beach episode. I would absolutely love to do that because that's so funny. Sorry, English is my first language. Yeah, no worries. I will do my best to try to understand. But yeah, I understand what you mean. Yes, we were definitely talking about doing a beach filler episode. We might do that in the future. My first instance of parody became its own thing. Wait, my first instance of a parody became its own thing, Fallen Kingdom, which was a parody of Viva La Vivid. I think that's what it's called. It's an April's Fool special. Oh, are you saying it's something you made or something you watched? And I hate phone keyboard. Man, tell me about it. This looks so stupid. This is not working. Hold on. Yeah, I feel like mobile is so convenient because it's just right there, but it ends up being not worth it just because the keyboard and the interface is so obnoxious. I've tried to design mobile games, and the problem I run into is obviously the same problem with every other mobile game. Is just how do I have a situation where the controller and the interface take up the exact same space? Like, you can't see what you're doing. No. Need a BlackBerry. I would love to go back to a dumb phone, like an old school dumb phone. At least that way I'm not being tracked by the government. No, I didn't make it. It was a Minecraft music parody that I watched. Oh, Pantheon, the thing is almost 20 years old. Yep. Man, I was playing Minecraft in college. How do you think I feel? I'm getting up there in age. That's why God invented wine. I mean, hey, it's in the Bible, right? She looks like she's doing a Naruto run. What am I doing? Oh, I don't need this anymore. I am wasting so much time on this. It doesn't matter. Here. Link. I'm just gonna do it. I know it looks bad. I'm not happy with this at all. I'm very not happy with this. How did I make her do a freaking Naruto run? How did I manage to make something so bad? I always find ways to outdo myself in terms of garbage. I'm gonna have to move Hero. I tried to make a little series of me retelling Half-Life's storyline while whole footage is about me and my friend goofing around Gmod accurate to the plot. No, that sounds awesome. That reminds me of what's it called? Oh my god, what's the name of that series? That YouTube series that was built in Gmod. What's it called? No, it's not Hunt Down the Freeman. It's oh, that's what it was. Half-Life, Full Life Consequences. Let's fucking go. Also on that whole, hold on, let me pause the music. Also on that whole, the interface, the controllers share the same place. There's a game that I wanted to play, but I can't because it's on a phone. Why can't you play it? Half-Life, but AI is self-aware. I'm not gonna play this whole thing, but this is classic. This is also almost 20 years old. Good God. All right, come on.
Half-Life, Full Life Consequences.
Come on, get to it. All right.
John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in an office typing on a computer. He got an email from his brother that said that aliens and monsters were attacking his place and asked him for help. So he went. John Freeman got his computer shut down and went on the platform to go up to the roof.
I'm not gonna play the
building
whole thing,
where
man.
he left his motorcycle and normal people clothes because he was in his office lab coat. John Freeman got on his motorcycle and said, "It's time for me to live up to my family name and face full life consequences." So he had to go. John Freeman ramped off the building and did
I didn't
a
watch it, only
backflip
snippets
and
of it.
landed.
Yeah, you're not
He
missing
kept
much,
driving
but I think the
down
whole thing's
road
like an
and
hour
made sure there was no zombies
across all the
around
parts.
because he didn't have weapons. The countryside
The best part is you can hear the
were
guy
nice,
laughing in the background.
And the plants were singing, and the birds and the sun was almost down from the top of the sky. The mood was set for John Freeman's quest.
My internet is so
to help his
shitty, I
brother
watch
where he was.
only with audio.
John Freeman
Oh,
looked
gotcha.
around the countryside and said, "It's a good day to do what has to be done by me and help my brother to defeat the enemies." John Freeman was late, so he had to
I think I
drive
remember
really
watching this.
fast.
Yeah.
A cop car was hidden nearby, so when John Freeman went by, the cops came and wanted to give him a
God,
ticket.
it's really been
Here
18
John
years.
Freeman saw the first monster because
all
the
shit
cop
and
was
giggles.
possessed and had head crabs.
Well, do you know
I can't give
do you actually know the story behind what this is? Like the original, not the video, not this video, but where this came from.
"You my license officer," John Freeman said. "Why not?" said the head crab officer back to John Freeman. "Because you are a head crab zombie."
Today's
So
stream is
John
gonna be
Freeman shot the officer
Just
in the
nothing
head
but
and drove off.
this whole stream is gonna be just nothing but just me dicking around on YouTube. The story is, and you can see it in the description. This actually came from fanfiction.net, and I one of this. It's still up. Let's go. Yeah, you can literally just read off. John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in an office typing on a computer. He got an email from his brother that said aliens and monsters were attacking his place and asked him for help. So he went. This is very obviously like written by somebody who's I don't want to. Oh wow, this is actually the whole thing. I don't want to presume anything about this person, but you could tell, like what this is literally just reading off that fanfiction.net article verbatim, and then they just went into Gmod and just animated over it, and it has 6 million views. I'm as old as the video, man. 18 is a great. I'm so happy for you. 18 is such a great age to be. You get the whole world ahead of you. It's also a terrible age to be because you've got so much pressure to leave your mark on the world. And then you hit your 30s and you realize, whatever. it is what it is. The reason why I can't play the game is because, one, the control screen is weird, and two, it feels wrong to play games without a controller. I think you can plug up a Bluetooth controller to a phone. I think that's a thing that you can do. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Oh, you're looking great, Daria. All right, let's put the thing back on. Oh, so it was just a fan fiction thing, and some guy made a video out of the text. Exactly. And there's like 5 of them. Yeah, the whole world ahead, and the whole world is nearing the end. Don't say that. Look, things suck right now, but the world is not going to end. Have you ever heard of? Oh God, what's it called? I'm thinking of so many profound things, but I can't remember what they're called. It's like there's like the humanity's bottleneck. Humanity, something like that. Bottleneck. It might turn off my phone into a bonfire. Yeah, I think this is what I was talking about. Population bottleneck. Humanity experienced a significant population bottleneck around 930,000 years ago, where the population may have reduced to as few as 1,300 individuals, lasting for about 120,000 years. This event likely resulted from severe climate changes, leading to a drastic loss of genetic diversity among early humans. So the idea here is that at some point, and we can see this in the genetic record, at some point in humans' history, think about it. Right now, we live in a world with 8 billion people. At some point in our genetic history, at some point in the history of the world, almost 1 million years ago, the entirety of humanity was reduced down to 1,300 people. That's a small town. That is nothing. And yet, somehow, we bounce back from it. Things suck right now, but even if we lost 7/8 of the population, we'll be fine. And I mean, it's not the most ideal outlook, but it's a realistic one. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But things suck. But things won't suck forever. This is definitely not the end of humanity. I've had some people talk about how this is the apocalypse and it's the end times, and it's like, when you start to look through history, there's other examples like the Cuban Missile Crisis and obviously World War II, like times when humanity was like legit about to end itself. There have been more than one cases during the Cold War where it was up to like one general whether or not to press the annihilation, the mutually assured destruction button, and that didn't happen. I'm not saying that can't happen or that won't happen. I'm just saying humanity has had a lot of close calls already, and I'd say we're probably a lot more prepared for it right now. That said, I definitely have a bug out bag. I've been learning to garden. I've been learning to make my own stuff and mend my own stuff and be as independent from the system as possible. But I don't think this is the end of the world. I think in the long run, this is a tough period and we'll get through it. Dude, our species has been saying that ever since we first started thinking. Oh yeah, the end is nigh, over and over again. Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, it's grifters who are just trying to get something out of you. Like doomsday cults and stuff like that, which is like the most disgusting manipulative thing you could do. Hey, the world's ending, you're all gonna die. I'll guarantee you a path into heaven. It'll just cost you $9.99 for the first 12 hours or whatever. True, but I really wish I wasn't in my youth during worldwide crisis. There's always, I'll say this, there's always some kind of worldwide crisis. The world goes through ebbs and flows. I mean, I can't imagine how difficult it must be to grow up with social media. I was the Kool-Aid guy? What? It must be so hard dealing with the taxing weight of being constantly attached to the internet through your entire life. I was lucky enough to be born before the internet was in every household. I didn't get the internet until I was 13. So I got all the benefits without any of the trauma, luckily enough. Whoop. Thank you. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, think about like my parents' generation, for example. Like, my dad was born like right between World War II and the Vietnam War. Like, or sorry, I should say the American Vietnam War. And it's like, yeah, things are shit right now, but things are kind of always shit. The guy who made a cult saying he was, the drink the Kool-Aid. I was just watching a documentary on that the other day. The guy who made a cult saying he was the savior of people, the FBI got on his ass, he made the followers drink Kool-Aid with cyanide. Yeah, and that was like over 1,000 people. It was a shit ton of people. It was crazy. All right, anyway. Homesick Adventures.
Sounds very sweet.
Let's do this. I'm going to move hero. It's just so weird that our own species is simultaneously obsessed and disgusted by ourselves. It's the burden of knowledge. It's almost like thinking about the tree of knowledge from Adam and Eve. Oh, curses. It's like we know just enough to be dangerous to ourselves and the world around us. Like right there. So I need to put his hand there. I'm gonna go back, monkey. No, you don't. I mean, again, things suck right now. Things are stressful and scary, but dude, we got medicine. We've got so I was reading up on something years ago and just put into perspective that not in antiquity, in prehistoric times, to be an old man was to be like 30. Like, I'd most likely already be dead if it weren't for the modern conveniences that we deal with or that we have access to. There was a meme with this phrase. Dude, going back to that stage of evolution would fix wouldn't fix anything, and that just means you'll die quicker. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, yeah, things overall, like it's a give and take, right? We get a lot of advantages, like all these modern conveniences, all this way to be. Sorry, hold on. I gotta take out the trash real quick. Sorry about that. I need mods. I need mods, dude. The shitty part is I can't delete the message in Caster Lab, so just don't click on that. What was I saying? I mean, there's a lot of benefits. Like, as much as things suck, there's also a lot of benefits to what we have in modern society. Like, again, your access to medicine, plumbing. Like, think about it. It's deleted to us. Yeah. It's still on the screen up here. So anyone who's watching the VOD, don't click on that. Like, just thinking about how much disease was spread just because fecal matter was just everywhere and people didn't practice proper hygiene. Just having access to those things makes such a huge difference in your quality of life and your length of life. So I would prefer that things are better, but I definitely wouldn't prefer to go backwards. Let's put it that way. All right, I need Hero to have a hand. Okay. Where can I get a hand? Put her there. I don't know why I have all this shit up. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Might be time for some chili. How long have I been going? An hour? That's it. I feel like I've been here for like 5 hours. My government kind of goes backwards. Do you mind sharing what government that is? I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to dox yourself, but I'm curious just for the sake of conversation. What am I doing? Hero needs a hand. Put her there! Hey, also, my government's also going backwards. I just learned about governments around the world are starting to ban VPNs. And I made a comment saying, like, it really just goes to show that Russia, oh, yeah. Yep. Hey, America and Russia are very similar. Let's put it that way. For good or for ill. But, yeah, the fact that certain countries are starting to try to ban VPNs is crazy to me. Because it really just shows that they don't know what VPNs are. All they know is that some people can use it to get around region locking and access porn sites and stuff like that. And it's like, you do realize VPNs do a lot more than that. I literally left a comment saying, like, I feel sorry for anybody in Utah who's trying to do remote work right now, because you do realize a virtual private network is used for remoting into to a desktop. Both have clowns and presidents. Yeah. Yep, sure do. Remember the saying, closer to the empire is to crumbling, the crazier the law. Wait, what? Remember, the saying, the closer to empire is to crumbling, the crazier the laws. Oh, I see. I can read. Okay. I am getting wicked distracted. Let's go find a good hand. Our internet is basically blocked and everyone uses VPN, but our government tried to fight it, but now they decided to make a tax for using a VPN. Do you not have access to free VPNs? Whoa, where am I? Yeah, dude, even China, everybody uses a VPN. And I think America is in that infantile state where they're going to try to ban VPNs, and then they realize that's literally going to break the internet and fuck everything up. And for what? For mass surveillance? Great. Free VPNs are blocked or not working. Interesting. Well, damn. I guess the Russian government is just kind of like, well, you can't beat them, join them. Nor it's going to charge you taxes on it. Damn, dude. That sucks. I'm sorry. Pay for my VPN in 24/7. Yeah, that's smart. Honestly, I should do that, but our internet our internet is so bad here. See, man, I was talking about this the other day. I made a comment somewhere that was saying like, patriotism has been weaponized against the American people to not realize how fucked they are. Like, for example, the internet in the United States is terrible. It's trash. Our internet infrastructure, our telecommunications infrastructure is so bad compared to every other developed nation. It's fucking crazy. And yet you've got rednecks in the middle of the country going like, yeah, USA, it's the best country in the world, with literally no evidence. They're just parroting what they've been told their whole lives. But it's like, okay, well, if you travel abroad and look at anything around the world, you'll see how fucked this country is. Every time I travel abroad, I'm shocked at how cheap things are. I'm not gonna get anything done today. Maybe I should just call it and start playing video games or something. Would you guys like that if I just switched the stream up and just started playing Red Dead or something? Or is that not okay? I need to find Hero. Honestly, I don't know if I'd be okay with that. I really need to get some work done. I'm a patriot of Russia, not the political part that controls it. Oh, like, yeah. The culture, not the government. Good thing that most people and the new generations are disenfranchised with so-called greatness of this nation. Yeah, it's funny. It's almost like when people can't afford to eat, they start to question, like, wait, why is this country so great, quote unquote? And I'm glad to see the new generation is starting to wake up to that. Because, yeah, in my day, patriotism was almost, well, okay, especially in my father's day, less so in my day, but still a little bit. Like, complaining about the country would get you the look of, like, well, then why don't you just leave? If you hate it so much, why are you still here? And then not realizing, oh my God. Not realizing it's like, you know, we're all getting fucked, dude. Oh my God, it's on a different layer. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that people across the board, especially, and we have the same, yeah, I'm glad to hear that people across the board are starting to wake up to the fact that it's not about liberals or, are you fucking kidding? What is going on? It's not about liberals or conservatives. It's not about Republicans or Democrats. We're all just people. And it's what it really is. Are you kidding me? What layer is this on? That's on the wrong layer. All right, whatever. Really, it's about the masses versus the elites. I've been quoting George Carlin a lot, but I really like the way he put it, which is that we don't live in a two-party system. We live in a one-party system. It's one big fucking party, and you're not in it. Thank you, dear. She's correcting. My partner's correcting my quotes from the other room. Because she's eavesdropping. They can't hear you, babe. We're fighting for the basic right to eat and sleep. Yeah, for real. I'm humanist, race, nationality, sexuality. As long as you're human and don't hurt anyone, you're welcome. Yeah, exactly. And I think that everybody, I think Anne Frank put it best. People are basically good. Generally speaking, as long as you're minding your own business and not hurting anybody, most people are totally fine with just letting you be. But the powers that be have weaponized tribalism and turned us all against each other because they know if we're united together, if across a political spectrum, if across the race spectrum or whatever else it is, that we're all on the same page. As soon as we realize that, they realize that they've lost their power. So to me, like, race, gender, nationality, political leaning doesn't matter. I'm more concerned about, like, hey, are you a sociopath who's a billionaire? Like, then I can't be on the same page as you because you're a monster. But I can see eye to eye with somebody who made a bad vote last election. Freedom of persons ends with freedom of another. Freedom of person ends with freedom of another. Yes. Okay. I get what you mean. Yeah, and I can agree with that. Absolutely. I think that there are some basic there are some basic truths that everybody should abide by. There are as long like you can do and be whoever you want to be until who you want to be or what you want to do encroaches on somebody else's freedoms. I think that is absolutely the most basics of human rights, and it should be a human right for everybody, but it seems to be starting to get a little skewed. And again, as I say, like, things suck right now, but I think really what's happening is that we're getting to a point where people are starting to forget those basic truths, and it just, just every once in a while they need a little reminding. The power is with the people. Fuck, my roommate again, sleep talking. That's horrible. Are they saying anything awesome? I shouldn't shit talk. I sometimes talk in my sleep too. Ugh. Sorry, my mom's blowing up my phone. He said up is down. Holy shit. That's awesome. Your roommate's in the upside down from Stranger Things. So, what I'll do with this arm. Wise words. Is he drunk? Not judging, I'm just curious. Yeah. How am I gonna do this? Oh, no, he's not drunk. Okay, good. Well, then that raises more questions than answers. This looks awful. Generally sleep talking. I just love the idea of, okay, you talk in your sleep, sure, but then you say things that don't make any sense or that actively contradict reality. You gotta really get on his case about what he was dreaming about. Just roll up the next day and be like, so, up is down, huh? This looks so shitty. No, he's stuck in space or whatever. He's stuck in space or whatever machination is his mind made. True. He said while sleeping with his sister in one room, while a kid, he yelled, "Oh, fuck you!" That's awesome. Did he get in trouble? God, imagine getting in trouble for the things you say in your sleep. Because more than likely, you're not going to remember the next morning. This looks so bad. What am I doing? And only his sister heard it. Well, as long as the kid didn't hear it, I guess. How do you say fuck you in Russian? Actually, I should probably not know this. Yeah, never mind. If you want to share it, go for it, but I need to make sure I don't know that. There are Russian streamers I follow sometimes. I need to take down that Patreon thing because I haven't updated my Patreon in a year. Edie Nahui? Did I pronounce that right? I don't want to learn naughty words and languages. I want to learn stuff like I love you or hello. I'm a good boy. It's the internet that's a bad influence on me. Basically translates to go and sit on a... Dude, I love Slavic swears. They're so creative. I studied, or fuck yourself. I studied Japanese in high school, so, and it kind of sucks because, like, I think Japanese is a gorgeous language, but the swear game is so weak. It's like, it's nothing. You know, Labubu? I do, unfortunately. Why? Since we're talking about this, I'll share my story of sleep talking. I only did this once. I don't remember what I said, but my friend looked at me in the morning with a 10,000 yard stare. Oh, God. So you don't know, they wouldn't tell you what you said. Oh, Lord. Labubu is almost the same as Russian Oh! Wait, is that what the toy is named after? Yup, that's awesome. Oh my god, I'm stupid. I just realized I put his hand on backwards. This is so fucking dumb. Hang on. Copy. Lublu is a word for love, but in actual meaning it means I love you. Okay. Lublov is general form of love. Okay. So it's like a verb versus, or it's like a phrase versus a noun. I'm too dumb and I don't know what is a verb and non-verb. Oh, a verb is like going to the store. Like the word going. Like a verb is like an action word. Like I did a thing. Wait, I'm being stupid. I'm getting so distracted. This looks so dumb. Oh no, she's below him. Well, it's a verb, yeah, but in continuous form. I'm not sure what you mean by that. All right. I need to stand up for 1 second. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, my back. Ooh. What if I could crack my back on the microphone? Oh, man. Woo. Make sure you stand up and stretch, y'all. It's good for your health. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna explain the time form of Russian words. You're gonna go nuts. Oh, no. You know what? I'll do even better. Since we're already getting distracted by so many videos, you tell me if this, I'm gonna look up a video and you tell me if it's right. Time form of Russian, words.
Hello, let's learn some basic Russian phrases. How to say hi in Russian, how we say привет, привет. Привет, this is an informal word that you use better with your friends. And then how to ask how are you? How are you? We say как дела, как дела. Then my name is, for example, my name is Настя. So I will say меня зовут Настя. Меня зовут Настя. And what's your name? Write in comments. Hello, let's learn some basic.
That's literally not what I was looking up, but whatever. There's over 20 words for a single word you. You know, that's similar in Japanese as well. There's like 1,000 different ways to say you based off of, or not you, but I, depending on your age, your gender, your social status, your formality, all that stuff. Only recently I learned that what I said because his sister was eavesdropping and she told me, I'm going to nail your insert organ, human body on a Christmas tree. What? I hate grammar even I don't know everything. Well, it's going to be fine for now. My name is Ivan. Hello, Ivan. Oh, it's in your name. Yeah, it's the same. Basics of Russian. I'm just
Super
curious.
basic Russian you need to know. Привет, пока, гулаг, извините, до свидания, как дела, нормально. Super basic Russian.
He's way more efficient. All right, anyway. Oh, actually, real quick, I will pull up that thing I was saying
Super
about.
basic Russian you need to know.
Nah, stop.
Привет, пока, гулаг,
I'm
извините,
Japanese.
до свидания, как дела.
There's a handful that I know, but whoa, what's happening? All right, I've got. Oh dear. I've never seen that happen before. There was one where they explained like the 6 different ways to say I in Japanese. You know what? Maybe it's not worth it. Who cares? Nah, it's Ivka in Nick. But my name is Ivan. Okay, gotcha. Like formal, non-formal, how many people and stuff. Oh, okay, gotcha. I think I might be too much on the violence. I mean, you could say whatever you want. Just it's about whether or not you actually do it.
But hey, at least you found the first piece.
I think I needed her to let go of the eyeball. Gulag is a prison for political activists during Stalin and USSR. Yes, I'm familiar. I've definitely heard of it, and I know that's why I kind of chuckled when he when he said that and coughed. I will commit dual murder in GTA RP. Man, I kind of want to do GTA RP, but maybe I should make that a stream. I think I know somebody who'd be willing to do it with me. Then again, I did play Mega Man and Doom when I was very young. Okay, can we get out of the mindset that violent video games cause violent behavior? I'm so tired of that argument. It's been bandied around by political people who are looking for political power and looking for a scapegoat. It's been bandied around for literally my entire life, and there has actually never been any kind of scientific evidence correlating violent video games with violent behavior. It has literally never happened, except in cases where the studies were paid and they were like, find evidence of this. So basically not real scientific studies. Violent video games have never been proven to correlate with violent behavior, ever. And I'm so tired. The worst part is this has been disproven decades ago, and now that argument is starting to come up again. Like in God's year of 2026. Like, are you fucking kidding me? We have to keep bringing up these old arguments with no basis in reality. This is why I don't watch the fucking news, man. It's just it's just brain rot at this point. They're just making shit up for nothing. No, I'm not playing the games for that. No, sorry. I know you weren't. I know you're a hardcore gamer. It's just a rant that's been percolating in my brain for a while. I know you're one of the good ones. I just think it's because I naturally like violence. All right, well, yeah. There was a book with over-detailed sexual acts and violence, and people turn just fine. Yeah, for real. It's almost like human beings are corrupt and disgusting animals, and it's not like we were perfect angels before that. We were just... It's not like the violence is caused by violent media. It's just humans are violent animals and do terrible things. It just is what it is. And the fact that they happen to be near violent media, I think it's more that they gravitate towards violent media if they are already a violent person. But it's not like you create violent tendencies in a person by them being adjacent to violent media. That doesn't make any sense. Ugh. It was Russian, I think. Book Lolita. Oh, yeah, I know Lolita. I don't think that was it Russian? I know Lolita herself was South American. I should not Google this, actually. I'm not gonna Google Lolita. Hold on, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Even with a VPN, I'm not gonna fucking look that shit up. Might have been Russian. I'm not sure. Oh my god. Here, I'm just gonna move hero. Ridiculous. We're violent by nature. It's thanks to nurture for the most part. We can keep the violence in line for the most part. Yeah. No, exactly. Oh my lord, dude. It really irks me. Here, let's put him in the background. It really irks me that my art form of choice is just being used as a scapegoat for this stuff. Oh, it only moved it back one. No! Do I have to do the whole timeline? I do. I mean, before video games, it was violent. It was Dungeons and Dragons, and then before Dungeons and Dragons, it was violent movies. It's like, again, people aren't willing to accept the fact that human beings do fucked up shit, and then when something bad happens, they'll just point to the latest scapegoat and just be like, well, it must be because of that, not the innate violence that exists in our species or anything like that. He was such a good boy. There's no such thing as a good boy. It doesn't exist. Alright, that should be good.
But hey, at least you found the first piece.
Maybe I'll move her hand down slowly over time. I need to be done with this. I've been on this shot for like 20 minutes. I played a lot of violent video games as a child and found it fun, like cartoon violence, but I never wanted to do the IRL because violence is bad. Yeah, exactly. It really, this argument really does just, not only is it absolute nonsense and bullshit, but it also just goes to show that they have no opinion of people's perception of reality or intelligence. Like, I'm not a violent person. I'm a pacifist. I abhor violence. I hate violence. But do I play violent video games? Do I enjoy them? Yes. Do you know why? Because I can tell the difference between fake violence and real violence. I've seen violent material. I'll accidentally catch like a screenshot of like a real dead body or something like that, or like a video, like surveillance footage of somebody getting killed, and you feel gross. You feel disgusted. And yet somehow I have enough cognitive dissonance or enough cognitive separation to where I could shoot somebody in a video game and it doesn't bother me at all. Do you know why? Because my brain is developed and I can tell the difference between fake violence and real violence. Also, there's a reason to believe that violent games hinder the possibility of its attending in real violence or in real life, because a violent person can do whatever they want in a game and no one gets harmed. I've heard that before. The problem with that is people who actually genuinely want to hurt people, like psychopaths and people who torture animals and people who kill people just to be like, oh, I just wanted to know what it felt like. Again, there's that separation of like, I know this is a virtual character, so it doesn't tickle the same sensation. So I think people who want to kill people are just going to kill people. And there's nothing to convince them to do it or not to do it, except for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I think video game violence we need to consider it completely separate from real world violence because it is different. Like, it's ones and zeros, man. It's an animation made by somebody. It's not a real human being being injured. It's either a person has some mental instability like psychopathy, or with very, very broken person from bullying and abuse. Yeah, exactly. It has nothing to do with video games. Now, maybe a person who has a predilection towards violence tends to gravitate towards violent video games, but again, it's not the cause. If anything, it's more like they're trying to exercise that catharsis by doing it in a socially acceptable way, but then they realize it's not good enough, so then they turn to the real thing. It's like what they say when psychopaths always, or like serial killers almost always start by torturing animals when they're young. It's like they start with what's easy. Great example is Columbine. Exactly. I've been thinking about Columbine in the back of my mind during this whole discussion. And yeah, at the time they were like, oh, when the kids were playing Doom, did Doom cause them to be violent? It's like, no. Do you really think if the Columbine shootings were inspired by Doom, it's more likely that they would have tried to go to Mars and kill demons. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was just a popular game. Same thing with Mortal Kombat. It was a popular game that happened to have violent themes. The guys were clearly mentally unstable and bullied. Yeah. And then there was Columbine copycats. But yeah, no, it's literally anything to move guilt away from the parents who were ultimately the ones who were responsible. Doom is about killing Jesus Christ. Wait, Doom is about being Jesus Christ killing demons for greater good. Yeah, exactly. No, again, people only look at it in terms of its superficial characteristics, and then, oh my god, I just remembered a great clip. They don't actually spend the time to learn anything about it. They're just looking at it on its surface and being like, well, it's violent, therefore it must encourage violence. There's a great clip. I think it was Jeff Keighley when they were talking about how Mass Effect interview. How do you spell his name? Jeff I don't know how to spell. He's Canadian. I don't know how to fucking. And he just roasted her. Yeah, this one. Because they were talking about. I'll just let them explain it. Well, if I got the chance to do Doom in reality, I would take the first flight to Mars. You really want to go to Mars and fight demons from hell? Actually, that sounds kind of awesome. But this is Jeff Keighley back in the day. God, this is really bad quality. All right, then. New video game shows, digital nudity and sex.
Pretty amazing stuff. I was looking at it a little bit this afternoon. It's a new role-playing video game that is leaving nothing to the imagination. Mass
Fox
Effect
News,
is what
of
it's
course.
called. It's made for Microsoft's Xbox system, and it features in some parts of this, you'll see full digital nudity. Imagine. And the ability for the players to engage in graphic sex, and the person who's playing the game gets to decide exactly what's going to happen between the two people, if you know what I mean. Now, the game is rated
18 years
M.
ago. Why is everything
for
18 years
mature.
ago?
However, critics say that Mass Effect is being marketed to kids and to teenagers. Microsoft responded to these claims and said that they were inaccurate. They released this statement that reads in part, "We actively support and abide by all video game rating systems."
Yeah,
and
Fox News
provide
has always been the
built-in
cesspool of
industry-leading
news
technology
media.
such as parental controls and a family timer that.
Yeah, on that note, it's like, I love how they're just like, it's marketed towards kids. Again, perpetuating this idea that video games are for children. And it's like, there's a giant M on the box, you moron. Why are we spending hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year with the electronic software rating system? And then people just literally ignore it. And they're just like, oh, well, I bought this game and little Billy, and then he saw boobies, and now I can't believe they're peddling smut to kids. It's like, you are actually just showing your ignorance. You are making yourself look so incredibly fucking stupid. You've literally just outed yourself saying that I'm too fucking dumb to read the box before I buy something for my kid. like there's a giant M on the box saying mature 18 plus. And this is not a new thing. It's been in action. To say this in 20 years ago, or 18 years ago, that's 2008-ish. Oh, says 2008 right in front of me, Chris. To admit in 2008 that I thought this game would be fine and I bought it for my kid, and then I realized there was boobs in it. It's like you're trying to present that as a gotcha, but you've really just outed yourself saying that I can't read, or I'm too fucking lazy or stupid to read. So I bought something with not realizing what it was. Like, I'm too dumb to parent my children. That's literally what you've outed yourself as. What is it? Oh, not the ignorance channel. Be gone. But no, this is where trust me, it'll be worth the wait. Jeff Keighley gives a pretty good roast. Friday the 13th had boobs in its first hour, and it was popular. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say is beyond the fact that this says M on the box and 17 plus, and that you're too dumb to read it. This is not a new system. Even by 2008, the thing had been around for a decade. Like, the ESRB has been around since 1995. And these people are still somehow surprised when there's mature content in games. It's like, oh my God, it's so infuriating.
Empowers parents and caregivers to monitor their children's experience with video games.
Also, if you didn't read the dang rating, that's on you. Exactly. It's like, dude, what a lot of people don't realize is game developers have to. Duke Nukem had strippers in 1997. Yeah, exactly. What a lot of people don't realize is, like, the electronic software rating board, or the ESRB, is not a free service. Game developers have to pay to get their games rated, and it just kind of just goes to show, it's like, why the fuck are we even bothering? Because clearly people aren't reading them. So what is it? It's like it's probably like $100K for a AAA game to get your game rated. Actually, let me not misquote that. How much to get your game rated by the ESRB? Sorry, I'm getting super heated, but come on. Yeah, if like, oh, typically ranges. Okay, I way overestimated, but still, typically ranges between $1,500 and $10,000 for physical games, depending on the complexity of the game. So yeah, just the fact that that's like $10,000, like that's somebody's. Well, that's part of somebody's salary. And we're doing it to get these games rated, and then nobody's even reading them. So it's like, what is actually even the point? Chump change for AAA games? Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, but it's also like wasted money is wasted money.
notably with respect to content, online interactions, and the amount of time
Come on,
spent
Jeff.
playing. Cooper Lawrence is a psychology specialist, radio talk show host, and the author of the new book, The Cult of Perfection. And Jeff Keighley is a game expert
cover.
with Spike TV. Welcome to both of you.
Spike
You know,
TV,
Cooper,
let's
it
go.
sort of cracks me up whenever I hear a company say that, you know, there's all these controls in there that you can monitor the time and you can, you know, but basically the box, Pandora's box is open. I mean, kids have access to these things, and unless you're hovering over them every second, they're going to find ways to see this stuff on the internet.
Or just don't buy the
How
fucking
damaging
game
is
for
it,
them,
really?
genius.
Well, the thing is, you know, it's the whole concept of like 13-year-olds have never seen Playboy because they're not supposed to. It's that idea that, I mean, let's talk about who the video game is for. It might be for adults, but if you look at the statistics, who is playing video games but adolescent males, not their dads? So that's the first thing. The damage. We know that all the research shows that violence.
Oh, actually, okay. I do remember one thing about this story that I need to point out. Supposedly, I already missed her name. What was her name again? Whatever. This lady, supposedly years later, I think this happened like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, she actually apologized for her takes on this, because even what she just said of just like, oh, who's playing games? Little teenagers. It's like, that is such a boomer take. But she did actually, I think, come back and apologize for that take back in the day.
Idea that, I mean, let's talk about who the video game is for. It might be for adults, but if you look at the statistics, who is playing video games but adolescent males, not their dads? So that's the first thing. The damage is this. We know that all the research shows that violence has a desensitizing effect. Well, sexuality does too, because this is when the developing mind is happening. This is when they're...
Okay, so I will interject. She is technically kind of right. I mean, she's wrong about the violence thing. That's been disproven 100 different ways. The sex thing is a little bit different, because there have been studies that show that pornography does have addictive effects on the mind. It can impact your view of sex and relationships. So that is true. So sex, yes. Violence, absolutely not. You're just making bullshit up.
First deciding who they're going to be, who their identity is. This is when social development is happening. And here's how they're seeing women. They're seeing them as these objects of desire, as these, you know, hot bodies.
Porn brain is a real thing.
They don't show women as being valued for anything other than their sexuality. And it's a man in this game deciding how many women he wants to be with.
You can be a man or a
Let's
woman.
get Jeff in on this.
That's
Go ahead, Jeff.
completely incorrect. Yeah, that's completely incorrect. First of all, you can actually play as a man or a woman in the game. Cooper, have you ever played Mass Effect?
No.
Right. Well, I think the fact is, you talked about, you know, another thing that you mentioned is that how it's, you know, has full graphic nudity. That's completely incorrect. There's no full nudity in this game. There's the side of an alien boob which can be seen. It's a small sexual situation in this game, which is about 2 minutes out of a 30-plus hour experience
And
to
Jeff, let me
destroy this
ask you
character,
something.
Commander Shepard.
Jeff, let me ask you a question. I have not played this game. I went on the website today. I clicked on a lot of different trailers. I tried to learn as much about it as I could before we did this. You know, it's interesting. When you click on it, it asks you your age. It says you must go through a scanning process. So I thought, oh, this is going to take forever. Okay, so I put in my age, and then boom, you're in, no problem. So that is a pretty easy screen to get past.
Oh,
There's
God,
nothing
this
graphic
kind of
that I
harkens
saw
back to
on
the age
pages
verification
that
shit
I
we're
looked at
dealing
on the
with
internet.
today.
But it does beg the question, you know, what it does to kids in terms of how they think about violence and sexuality, because they're, you know, engaged and blowing people away in these.
Well, I think what's interesting about this, we talk about, you know, sexuality in the media. One of the great things about Mass Effect, for people that have played it know this is a sort of a choose-your-own-adventure story, and it doesn't force you down any situation. You can actually play through this game without the sexual situation ever happening.
Right, and the
inside
young
the
boys
game.
are going to be choosing not to have sex. That'll be what they'll choose. I mean,
No,
let's be
because
realistic
it's not a
here.
simple choice. But Cooper, it's not a simple choice. You don't turn to the game and says, "Would you like to have sex or not?" It's through the evolution of a relationship with characters, and the fact that this game has incredible artificial intelligence.
She clearly has
and you can
no idea
actually
what the
fall
fuck
in
she's
love in
talking
this
about.
Game, and it's just like modeling your life, and I think that's a much more powerful form of media.
Darlin,
to
I
be
got to
able
go with
play
the
through a game.
research. And the research says there's a new study out of University of Maryland right now that says that boys that play video games cannot tell the difference between what they're seeing in a video game in the
All right,
real
we gotta
world
go.
if they don't have a real experience.
All right, Jeff.
She's so...
Thank you. It's a
completely
fascinating
misrepresenting
game, and I'm just amazed at just the, you know, artistry and what it looks like. It's
Let me add
absolutely
Martha.
phenomenal.
It's a
Cooper, we gotta
fantastic
go.
game, and sex is a small little part of it.
All right, thank you very much to Jeff and Cooper. Let's go around this panel really quickly and get your thoughts on.
She is so insufferable. She is so smug with it. And the part that makes it so much worse is that she's dead wrong and like proudly ignorant. Like that, like she is absolutely the worst of everything that we're seeing in the world today. All right, anyway, sorry. Keep getting really distracted and going down rabbit holes. Why all fun when was when I was a toddler. I'm not sure what you mean. Also, the scrutiny that games getting in comparison to other forms of media is absolutely bonkers, because the film, cartoon, and every other industry gets more liberties than the game industry. Yeah, again, because those media have been around long enough to where they're essentially incumbent and they can get away with this stuff, whereas games are the new punching boy. Though I guess now it's social media. Though social media actually does deserve every little bit of backlash it gets. I overplayed Mass Effect like 4 times, and sex there is boring. I was more hyped for romance and stuff. Yeah, because it's not about titillation. It's really about the relationships that you build. And again, like, I can't harp on her too much. She did eventually apologize for it, but yeah, like literally everything she said was wrong and misinformed. Like, the research was wrong. What she was describing the game is wrong. Like, it's just everything she said was wrong. It was kind of crazy. Why all fun happened like these drama and free internet was while I was a toddler. Let me not go down a rabbit hole. I'll just say it's symptomatic of a larger problem throughout society that we're seeing right now. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm getting really hungry. Where are we? We're just under 2 hours. I'm not gonna go. Okay, I can probably wait it out. I told my partner I was only gonna stream for like 2 hours, so we're not gonna go a whole lot longer. I would like to get some work done, though. I keep distracting myself with freaking Jeff Keighley news articles and baseball 10-cent beers and shit. Who would have thought that people would be interested in how functional characters interact with each other? It's not like we have our few thousand years of stories with similar premises. Yeah, and I mean, that really is human nature, as we are creatures who are good at storytelling. Here, let me... Oh, man. How am I going to do this? The internet was definitely funnier back then. Like COD voice chat. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not fun. COD voice chat has just become toxic and disgusting. I have a lot of qualms about Call of Duty, as I'm sure you all know. Here, just for now, let's unlink. Oh, for Christ's sake. Link cells. Oh, that's pretty fast. Let's get rid of that.
Peace.
For now, this should be good. All right. Here, let's save and see what we've done, since I'm probably not going to be going a whole lot longer. I remember playing the first COD. It was fun. Now it's a marionette snake constantly eating itself. Oh, you mean the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail? Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is they tried to make a video game into an assembly line. That's literally how they develop those games, and it sucks. And it's just antithetical to good quality. I want to buy a graphic tablet and try to really get into drawing. Yeah. I honestly, unless you're going to be doing a ton of digital drawing, in my experience, they tend to not be really worth the money. I've been getting back into like old school paper and pencil, which is it's more tactile. Like, you have less freedom, you have less control. There's no undo button, but there's just something about putting pen to paper that tactile experience just comes together, and it's way cheaper. Turning art into an assembly line is always the best way to ruin something. Yeah, again, they don't care. All they care about is if it's yearly, then there's people who are just going to buy the game out of habit, and it just becomes about the price. Like, the game is going to sell even if it's shit. And if the game is shit, it hurts next year's sales, not this year. Turning art into an assembly line. Oh, I already read that. It takes the passion to create out of people have to artwork. Yep. But they don't care.
Our collection is quite extensive, not to brag.
Oh, I forgot her turning around. I gotta do that.
Let's see. Oh, do, 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 da.
Yeah, that
Here
right
she
there.
is.
Oh, that looks so bad.
I'm gonna be sick. All over my only dress.
Did she put herself into the wood chipper?
This is all we found of her. Now you see what I mean?
Don't tell me. She's
Oh,
dead?
I forgot. I forgot a thing.
No, she's sleeping.
It's actually right here.
Sorta?
While she's twirling it, I gotta.
It says here she cast a spell before she died. Once her body is
I'm gonna splatter her with viscera.
she will resurrect to eat one meal.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm bad at drawing, and pen and paper feels to me very hard. I just want to be more creative and improve my skills. I mean, yeah, but I can understand it being intimidating, and digital seems like a nice way to soften that blow. But in my opinion, I'd say, I mean, because I learned on pen and paper. I didn't get digital until I was in my 20s. I just feel like it's a lower investment. It's a lower cost of investment. It's also because think about it this way: if you spend like a few $100s on a drawing tablet, and then you're like, oh wait, I actually don't like this. Well, then that's money down the toilet. Or you can spend $20 on a pen and paper. At least I can play guitar. Yeah, guitar. No, what's wrong with? Like you've got skills. Yeah. So it's a similar concept. It's like why deal with a expensive investment when you can just dip your toes in it, and then when you're like, oh, I love drawing, I want to do more digital, I'm willing to drop the few hundred. But if you're saying like I'm not very good at drawing, let me get a tablet, that's not going to make you better at it. Also, if you ever wanted to listen to some nice beats in your free time, look up 8-Big Big Band, which the cover is 8-Bit Music. All right, let's put that on right now. 8-Bit Big Band. At least there's a Control-Z option. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to let that be your crutch. Sometimes, especially when I was learning to draw, there's something beautiful about embracing mistakes, and that's a very important part of the creative process. Control-Z is a product of commercial art. Like, it has to be exactly this way, so you need to be able to undo it. But there's something very beautiful about doing a piece of art, making a mistake, and then just embracing it and rolling with it. Dude cares if it's messy, that's the fun of it. Yeah, exactly. I bought an electric guitar for a first guitar. Like, I could buy cheaper acoustic, but took electric. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you... Okay, I'm not saying this to discourage you getting a drawing tablet. If you really want to do it, go nuts. Do you, boo-boo. But for me, I just see more value in doing the traditional method, especially nowadays. Like, you're going to get the tablet, and they're going to give you a subscription model for it. I recommend the Tetris, but you can feel the sunshine. Feel the sunshine? What are you talking about? What am I in the mood for? Ooh, there we go. I feel like I've seen this before. Watch, I'm gonna get my video taken down. Whoops! It's on the wrong screen. What the fuck? Hold on. Yo, Rodrigo, welcome in. Gonna buy a cheap-ass tablet and just practice how to draw. Okay. I would recommend trying pencil and paper at some point if you... Why does that guy look so familiar? The piano player looks so familiar. Ooh, baby. Yes, that is bright animation. One guy did all of that. Reminds me of Metal Slug. Yeah, MSG3, exactly. All right. I'm in, but I need to get back to work. Every day in May. Yep, I am a masochist. I want to suffer.
Snake eater.
What was I doing? What if I can I fade this in over time? I don't think I can, actually. Why can't I? What's happening? Am I crazy? Oh, I copied. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I copied nothing. Getting splattered. Okay, hold on. I can't. Hang on. How do I want to do this? What? Oh, I undid. Okay, that's fine. So this is the full. This is so dumb. I want to draw digital to flex with and practice different things without worrying if I get it wrong, I have to start all over again. Dude, well, okay, so that's the point of what I'm getting at is when it comes to artwork, in some cases, there's no such thing as wrong. Ooh, how about this one? Like sometimes the mistake is part of the process. I'm sorry, I really need to go to the bathroom. Oh, oops. I accidentally sped up the video. My bad. All right, I'm gonna BRB, go to the bathroom. Sorry, BRB.
Don't you know what you're starting? One, showing got no clue how bad this would go. Don't you know my heart? And you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but stormy weather's caught you going. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you. It's not quite what you were told. You'll never see it coming. Blend out too deep, getting 2 steps ahead, yeah. So step to my way, stand on this track, 1 step and you dead. Why just take a second ago, clear blue
taste of jam. To catch up on chat. Turn it down a little bit. What was I in chat? I'm just too fused to the idea of starting on digital. I mean, if that's what you feel like you gotta do, go for it. Perfection is imperfection. Exactly. Yeah, I was glitching on my end. Oh, is it better now? I'm half iPad kid, bruh. I'm so sorry for your loss. Well, since your assignment of starting with digital art, I hope you enjoy your time, and remember, you don't have to please anyone. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's about just enjoying the process, and that's something I really should learn personally. Like I'm addicted to attention, so that's why I'm building a series for public consumption and live streaming it, because I'm an attention whore. Don't be like me. Never had an iPad though. All right. I really need to finish this scene today.
Here she cast a spell.
So I would like to fade this in over time.
Died. Once her body is reunited, she resurrects, eat one meal, answer one question, and grant one wish.
Oh, it's so good. Automod. Never had an iPad though. Fuck off, Automod. What happened with Automod? Attention or fucking. Pfft. I don't care if anybody calls me a whore. Can I allow? How do I allow this? How do I? I'm gonna be streaming for a whole month. I don't even know how to work this. Allow. Oh, attention whore? You've never heard that term before? Maybe it's an American thing. I mean, of course it is. I'm pretty sure most Americans are attention whores. Ooh, I am getting hungry. It's been about 2 hours. I really need to finish this shit, man. Oh, I just named this above. I thought I finished typing, but apparently I didn't. This is what happens when you gotta go to the bathroom really bad. Could you try and guess how many guitars I have? Being that you're talking about it, I would say probably about 4. Oh god, I love this playlist. See-chan. Oh wait, that might be copyrighted. Oh shit. Whoops. I love that song, but I don't want to get spanked. Please, no spank. YouTube, don't spank me. Bullseye, 2 electric, bass, and acoustic. Yeah, man. I've been playing guitar for over 2 decades, so I know people's guitar habits. I've been around the block a little bit. All right. Am I still live on YouTube or have I been spanked? I appear to still be live. Okay. I'm so paranoid. All right. Here's something funny. One of my friends called another friend the deed seeker. And no, we still don't know why he said. That sounds like a D&D term. Trying to learn seek and destroy solo. Oh god. Good luck.
Seek and destroy.
Yeah, I gave up being good enough to play Metallica a long time ago. Nowadays, I just don't have the hand dexterity to do that shit. This is the funniest fucking thing I've ever made. Nah, it's going alright. I'm self-taught and going nicely. Oh, that's good to hear. You should do some shredding and share that. We do have a Discord. I'll remind you, we do have a Discord server if you'd like to join, and we have sections where people can share their artwork or whatever they want. Fuck shredding. No, not that kind of seeker. Someone who's obsessed with the organic gun. What? What are you talking about? For the record, I don't mind if people say dirty things in chat, as long as nobody gets offended. But I legit don't know what you're trying to say. Alright. I'll have to fix this later. How do I want to do this? I wish I could animate it just over time and make it fade in. You know the song Help by Beatles? Help! I need somebody, help! Not just anybody, help! Help! I kind of know it. I'm sorry, I don't like saying that word. Alright, fair enough. Well, then it's on you that I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Sorta? It says here she cast...
Basically, word help is the same as the N word in Russian, only L is upside down. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize there was an N word in Russian. Please don't say it. I will auto mod that. Okay. What am I doing? I'm so fucking distracted, man. What am I even doing with my life? Somebody made a parody song about the N-word. Oh, fun. Yeah, we don't do racial slurs here. Thank you very much.
At least you found the first piece.
That timing is fucked. Hang on. Oops. The guy just yells, help, but the N-word. Is it all in Russian? I'm not spoiling the slur, though. Thank you. Much appreciated. It is on screen. Yes, in Russian. Ah, got it. Sounds like a song done by a really upstanding citizen.
You found the first piece.
That looks pretty good. Okay. Where are we at? I'll probably go another 30-ish minutes. And what am I doing? So Daria is not done. Fuck. Daria's not done. Hero, I think Hero needs the most work besides Daria. We even have a funny version of Metallica, one song. That's a good one. I do love me some Metallica. Okay, so I'm gonna go for another 30 minutes, and I'm trying to think of what I can do in that time. I'm starting to get diminishing returns on Daria, but she's just not done yet. Let me play this back again.
Our collection is quite extensive, not to brag.
What's the funny version of one?
Oh,
I need to
here
do the box.
she is.
I'm gonna be sick.
She needs some work.
All over my only dress.
Probably do better with your foot.
Did she put herself
He needs to be laying. Oh, actually, I can just do this. I already got a pose of him laying down. I'll just throw that in real quick while I'm thinking about it. The original lyrics in the chorus is "Hold my breath is the wish for death," but Russian here. Oh, my shaved ass is all is all in sweat. What? Why? Of course, it sounds more organic in Russian. Gotcha. Alright. I feel like it's one of those, like you say, it's something that I have to know the language to know it. Here's something funny that happened at work a while ago. Me and a couple of my coworkers are playing Gang Beasts, great game, and a certain someone kept dancing on the pole. He knew exactly what he was doing. Like dancing on the pole in the game or in real life or... Oh my god, I have so much to do! Basically, English words sound the same as words in Russian. Interesting. I wonder if that's due to the
Our
proximity
collection is quite extensive,
geographically.
not to brag.
Have I said anything funny during the stream that you're just like, oh, that sounds like that in Russian? Or, oh, that's a naughty thing to say in Russian? Doubt it. Fair enough. Russian kind of is its own thing in terms of languages. It's like, there's really nothing like it as far as I can tell.
Here she is.
I'm gonna be sick.
In games when the sponsor committed a police brutality on his bees. Oh god. Many taken words? Taken words from what? From what language? So she needs some work here.
This is all we found of her. Now you see what I mean?
Don't tell me. She's dead?
No, she's sleeping.
Sorta? It says here she cast a spell.
Okay, I need to... Here's what I'm going to do. How am I going to do this?
Yeah. But hey! At least you found the first piece.
Excellent. Ah, the scene is taking too long. Ah, toste. Nazete. A lot of French words due to French being one of the most popular language in the 17th, 18th century. Interesting. Hydrate. Well, I don't have any liquid, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me a glass of something. Yeah, speaking of French, I'm gonna get a glass of something. Thank you for the redeem. Having a little bit of French liquid, so to speak. Ah, refreshing. Thank you. Okay. So I need to end soonish. Maybe another 20 minutes. I have a lot of English words in Russian. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, every language has loan words from English at this point. English has officially become the world language. How long that shall remain, I guess we'll see. Honestly, I think I can expect that Mandarin's going to become really popular over the next century. I mean, fuck, yeah, Mandarin, maybe Arabic. I mean, the Chinese have been around for 3,000 years at this point and basically never been invaded. I mean, they've been kind of invaded here and there, but... yeah, modern English is really only a couple hundred years old. Because we don't have Russian words for things like highlighter for for eyes that women use. Oh, you're talking about eyeliner? I don't know where I heard this joke from, but I'll restate it here. Scary fact, there There is a France. What? Scary fact, there is a France. I feel like y'all are just trying to cook my brain at this point. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I really need to finish this scene today, even though I'm streaming every day this month. We call it with an H sound. Oh. So it's highliner. Something like that. There's... Wait, hold on. Oh, today's the 3rd. So we have 7, 14, 21, 28. 28 days to get through... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So I can spend some time getting these scenes looking decent. I don't know, bruh. I'm not using these things. No worries. Listen, me neither. I just find these jokes randomly on YouTube. I don't know what's happening. We're all going crazy. Okay. I don't want to spend another day on this scene. It's 2 a.m. for me. Oh, well, first of all, I appreciate you spending your late night with us, but dude, if you need to go to bed, my brain is fine. Yeah, if you need to go to bed, then no worries. I will be on every single day this month, so you're not gonna miss me. Nah.
First piece?
Inconceivable.
Okay, let me think about this. So I can finish Daria, and then Hero doesn't need that much. I think Chitoge probably actually needs more work now that I think about it. Then Toshi, then whatever's left on Hero. I'm not gonna get that done in 15 minutes. I'm not sleeping until 3 probably. Why? Daria like TV series? Actually, funnily enough, kinda. So, when I was writing the script, my sleeping schedule is fucked. I mean, you can unfuck it though. So when I was writing this script, this character, this librarian character, Daria, didn't exist. Well, I gotta go see you guys next time. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm shocked that Daria was a spinoff of Beavis and Butthead. I mean, it's by the same people, right? I don't know if it's in the same universe. Oh, but what I was saying was this character didn't exist. I needed a way to get our characters up to this college environment. So I thought about the possibility of, okay, Toshi, the dog, where I can find him. Toshi is like, hey, there's this college. And then he reaches out to one of his old college mates. And I just came up with a placeholder name because I wanted someone who was like a very dry, very sarcastic character. And I thought of Daria, like from the TV show. And so I just literally wrote her name as Daria in the script. But as we worked on it, we started like not really caring for that character very much. We came up with a different character, but I just kept the same name. So it almost became like an ironic thing where it's like, we've got Daria who's bubbly and silly and goofy, but her name resembles Mary. What do you mean Mary? Her name is inspired by a character who's very dry and drab. I don't know, some old ass name. I mean, it's from the Bible, right? It's about as old as it gets. Peggy. You know what's funny is nobody says her name in this episode yet. So technically I could change her name if I wanted to. It's not too late. Here, let's copy that. I'm gonna spray her with Viscera. I shouldn't have done that.
So you're telling me we have to reunite all her pieces now?
And I'll bring in the other hero. Why not? Peggy, like Peggy Hill. Oh, whatever. All right.
So you're telling me
You knew there
have to
was
reunite
an
all her
actress with the
pieces
name
now?
Frances Farmer. So the only reason I know Frances Farmer is because of the Nirvana song. God, I haven't heard that song in a hot minute. I want to play it, but I can't because I'm fucking live. YouTube. Frances Farmer will have her revenge on Seattle or whatever the name of the song is. Dude, hold on. Let me bring this over. I love old anime so much. I miss the comfort in being sad. I can't remember. Hey, babe. Oh, never mind. Do you remember how Frances Farmer song goes? Yeah. I don't remember how the song goes, and I can't play it because I'm on Twitch. All right, bye. There she goes. All right, anyway. This has got to be the most distracted stream I've ever done. This is pretty unhinged. Okay. What do I do? Let's get a bit more viscera on her. How do I want to do this? Alright, so this is just a loop. So I can just do the first 2 frames. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not gonna work. No, that's not a good idea. Oh, God. How am I gonna do this? This is so stupid.
Says here she cast a spell before she died. Once her body is reunited.
I'm just trying to think of how to best utilize my time. I only got like 10 minutes. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm starting to think that maybe I'm getting diminishing returns. My VPN was kind of wacky. What were you saying? Oh, I didn't say anything important. I'm just trying to figure out what is left, what work I have left to do, and how to best utilize my time. I'm probably going to end here in a few minutes, and I'm just trying to debate if there's anything else I can do. I think I'm starting to wind down a little bit. I'm hungry, I'm tired, and I got a lot of shit to do for the rest of the day. So, yeah, maybe I should just call it here and do a little bit more work off. Oh, save. Do a little bit more work off stream. But yeah, I think this is a sign. God, this old anime is so beautiful. Man, look at this. You don't get this type of stuff anymore. Ugh. Nihon say in. Oh, it's gone. Anyway, yeah, I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I'm going to be back tomorrow. With any luck, this scene will be completely done, and I can actually move on to the next scene. Yeah, bye, and nice meeting you as well, Ivan. Hopefully I'll see you in a future stream. But yeah, that's gonna be us for the day. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting, and be sure to catch me in the next one where I'm actually productive. All right, y'all, take it easy.